taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Most of us blacks, or Negroes as he called us, really thought we were free without being aware that in our subconscious, all those chains we thought had been struck off were still there. And there were many ways where what really motivated us was our desire to be loved by the white man. Malcolm meant to lance that sense of inferiority. He knew it would be painful. He knew that people could kill you because of it, but he dared to take that risk.
He was saying something over and above that of any other leader of that day, while the other leaders were begging for entry into the house of their oppressor. He was telling you to build your own house.
So I just got a call from the Academy, and that call basically said, Kevin, apologize for your tweets of old, or we're going to have to move on and find another host. Talking about the tweets from 2009, 2010. I chose to pass. I passed on the apology. The reason why I passed is because I've addressed this several times. This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old when I moved on and I'm in a completely different space in my life. The same energy that went into finding those old tweets could be the same energy put into finding the response to the questions that have been asked years after years after years. We feed in the internet trolls and we reward them. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stand my ground. Regardless, Academy, I'm thankful and appreciative of the opportunity. If it goes away, no harm, no foul.
You know how sometimes you just got a button? Just that button. When you're not even political, you know it's just that button. And this dude, Kevin Hart, man, always wanted to do the Oscars, man. And just because of a certain community wanting him to re-apologize, fuck that. Don't fucking host the Oscars. I support the Hart family on that. I support your decision, Kev, because I'm free. And y'all need to start paying attention to Paul Mooney, man. He said he living free. That means he don't give a fuck about the big checks. He don't give a fuck about your Oscars. He don't give a fuck about nothing that ain't supporting the culture. Dudes like us to start really fucking stepping up who's not political. It takes more than just passing out turkeys, just passing out a couple of dollars to homeless people. Let's start putting our people in position so we can start making executive decisions. I'm happy, I'm smiling, God bless me, I'm healthy today, I woke up healthy. Yeah, I am blessed, nigga, and I am free.
A comedian tells a joke that offends people and refuses to apologize. And people want to know what I think of that. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Well played, Kevin Hart. That is how it's done. People always go, why do comedians get away with it? Because we're not scared to get fired. You can say whatever you want to if you're not scared to lose your gig. Well done, Kevin Hart. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Hey, kid. Don't trip. That ain't our kind of shit, no way. Oscars? Yeah, right. Come do the BET Awards, cuz. Or Soul Train. They don't care. You a comedian. Cracking jokes. Really? Y'all want me to host it now? Nah, I don't think so. I got shit to do. And I got way more customers before I get to you.
Yo. Welcome back to the No PC show. It's Thursday night and we be cutting it close. But I wanted to talk about this issue earlier, but I decided to just wait till Thursday to get everything in at once. And the issue, tonight's show is called The Opportunity in No. Community responsibility when it comes to black people. I had one problem. I'm sure everybody's seen the video. If you're on the YouTube side, I played the video of Kevin Hart doing his tweet apology and giving this long explanation of blah, 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 and I already did this. That's one of our biggest problems. You ain't got to give no long explanations. You could have just said, fuck it, no. Oh, you going to blow those opportunities to make more millions. Nigga, how many millions do you need? If I had 1 million, nobody could say nothing to me or threaten me with anything. Well, your career is going to be over, Kevin. And that 200 million is just going to have to last you for the rest of your life. Fuck that. I'm getting sick and tired of this world and these people and how they keep trying to lock us into their dimension of us. That's the biggest problem with us. I was talking to a friend today, and my thing was, I said, I don't think black people have ever realized the depth of what was taken from us during slavery. When slavery ended, the reason the option to go back to Africa wasn't on the table because we didn't know nothing about Africa. We have been totally separated from our originality. And that's what makes us distinctive as a group on this planet. We are the only group that has been separated from their original self, from their original religion, their practices, their culture. Black culture in America is something different than African culture. Most of us don't know anything about Africa. So to sit up here and give these people, when it just Oscar So White a year ago, why do we continue to put value into a system that is designed for us to lose? If you walk up to a gambling game and they say, hey, house always win, but go and sit down, we'll take your money too. Why are you sitting down? What is there to discuss when you know the game is already set? We just have never made that sacrifice to free ourselves from this situation. I'm sure when slavery ended, there were a lot of slaves that said, deuces, I'm out of here. Fuck this master. I'm gone. But then he had to look at his family like, man, I could leave, but you know, how I'm going to take them? And then there was someone that said, no matter what I got to do, that's what I'm going to do to take care of my family. I'm going to separate from these evil, oppressive people, no matter what type of deal they was offering. They offered the slaves all types of deals when, oh, well, shit, we still need somebody to toil this land and get our stuff to the market. So we going to offer a share to the slaves that decide to stay and help us get these crops. But now we also going to charge them for the lodging. We going to charge them for the tools and everything else that they use to pick all this. So we really still going to get the money back. They still working for free. This nigga mentality has been so implanted into us. And it's not till people start getting their nigga wake-up calls do people even start to address these things. This is kind of a, hey, Harv, nice talking to you today earlier. The nigga wake-up call is what's required of all of us Because if only some of us wake up, that still leaves us in a bad position. Paris Denard of CNN, the little black Negro that's always on there, taking up for Trump, taking up for the Republicans, rah, 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 fighting against all the black commentaries on there, being a real porch nigga, got his papers. Because maybe he didn't understand. Used to go with a nigga for only so long, and then we got all types of stuff we can pull up on you. They gonna pull up the red folder. Beware, Negroes. The red folder is where your shit's at. So they didn't put the red folder up on Paris Denard and said there were some allegations of, I think that was Arizona or some college he was teaching at or whatever, and supposedly made some comments towards some students, most likely probably white students. And those were inappropriate. So, nigga, you got to go. You've been a good dog. You've been a good monkey. And hopefully you hid enough bones to keep yourself employed till your new master comes along and gives you something. The same thing they did with Roland Martin and all these others. They got rid of all the black political pundits. Tavis Smiley, gone. Roland Martin, gone, but he's got his own internet show. I check it out sometime. They don't want you to have a voice. Jamil Hill been fired from 2 different networks. And it only becomes painful because we have never sat down and developed anything of our own. We keep participating in their system and then keep validating their system because they say, well, this is success. So, nigga, come on, spend $100,000, $200,000, get this MBA and everything, and you can be successful too, as much as we're going to let you be. Because if you're doing anything else like community building or nation building, as the Muslims used to say, and everybody was down on them, because the Muslims were about self-pride, self-reliant, peace of mind, and dignity. And they asked for a separate state. Marcus Garvey, same thing. Booker T. Washington, he wanted us to accept a second-class citizenship and, just do our thing over here. Leave these white people alone. Let them believe what they want to believe. But over here, we can just be second-class citizens. So but nobody was trying to be a second-class citizen. So that was the beef between him and DeWa, that DeWa was like, no, we done worked hard and everything, and we deserve what we deserve. And as we often talk about, black people did separate because nothing that the Reconstruction period said was going to happen really happened, and what did happen got reversed. So again, we find ourselves still sitting here playing a rigged game. But Michael Jackson saying that song, you can't win and you can't get out the game. So we sit here with this double-mindedness. We're the only group that's afraid to offend other people. I never believed in political correctness. Sometimes I talk to people and I say, man, get that crap out of here. This is mostly white folks. I said, we grew up with people. I had a friend, we called him Puerto Rican Bobby. So, well, he's gay. He's a fag. So, this nigga named Fluffy. What you think? All the parties we went to. Okay, dude, that's your thing. That's how you get down. Cool. We're not fucking with you. I got a friend named Flame. I think I was the first person he came out to. I'm like, if that's what you do, dude, I mean, hey. But we let the society try to dictate like we've done something wrong, and these are the most wrongdoingest people that you ever gonna meet on the planet. What did I say in that poem? Self-destruction taught by the destructional teacher. We on the field and they in the bleachers. I mean, your boss, your good white friends that benefit from everything that happens to you. When are we going to leave on our own terms? This my company now. This is who I work for. RPC Computing. 1741 East 71st Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60649. 773-966-4457. I used to work for these slave masters. And I left on my own terms. And that's what we got to do. We got to be the ones that set the terms on how we going to exist in this world. So Kevin Hart got some balls and said he had some half balls because, like I say, that was too much discussion for me. Well, I want to thank them for this opportunity. And okay, he's an actor. That's what he does. That's what his bread and butter is. He still want to get that money and not be too offensive. But the people that are coming to him are the same people that we were protesting a year or so ago. Oscar So White. So what gives them the moral fiber, just like America, what gives America the moral fiber to dictate to us? It's got to be us accepting what they dictate. I wrote down here, when will we stop being easy prey? When? What could it possibly be that's stopping us from doing what we need to do? We may have to take those laws or what they consider laws. Muhammad Ali, in the prime of his boxing life, said no to being inducted into the U.S. Army. They loved him at first, so they labeled him unpatriotic, stripped him of everything, his right to fight, his right to make a living. We remember all the Ali trolleys and all that type of stuff. By the time he got back into the ring, I think it was in 72, he had to start all over. But it made him a better man. This country is about breaking the spirit of the black man and the black woman and creating situations that always keep the black man on the bottom. Every statistic that you see puts us on the bottom, even in our own household with our own women. Because they going to promote that women in the front of everything shit, but they know it doesn't exist in their community. It doesn't exist in their households. But they'll put it on you. And not knocking the women. The women do what they got to do. It's the same thing in slavery. It was always, let's break these bucks. Bring them on out here in front of these women and kids. Let these women and kids see this is going to happen to your son if you don't get him in line. So the women get the kid, the boy in line. They coddle him. They teach the female to go out and be among the whites, to be ready to accept the gifts that the good master gives you. There's a line in a Jay-Z song. It was a song called Renegades with him and Eminem. And it's got a line that says, the same dude you gave nothing made something doing. Basically meaning, I don't need nothing from you. I'm going to get out here and do what I got to do. Where's our bounce back? Yes, they enslaved us, beat us down, hit us with 100 years of Jim Crow, still, and then they signed the Civil Rights Bill, then they signed the Immigration Bill, and gave everything that they promised to you to these fucking immigrants. The same people that sit around now acting like they your boss and they so highly educated, and why can't you be successful? Same ones. Abig, Ahmad, all this. And we all get caught up. And I don't say there's such thing as getting caught up in God, because you should be caught up in God. But has God just given us the plan for salvation, or is the Bible full of revolutionary acts that help the people to progress? Moses followed God, led that revolution out of Egypt. So it's the definition of the Bible that what they gave us, and it makes us docile. They gave us the watered down version of the Bible. They gave us the watered down version of what prayer really means. Prayer is a call to action. I don't know if everybody missed that. It's a call to action. It's not a call to sit down and twiddle your thumbs and wait for God to deliver you from the evilness. The way they taught it to us was it always justified you being a slave and these people being the master. So that's the first label we wore in America. Slaves. What label has changed since then? They just put adjectives in front of it. You're a political slave. You're a clothing slave. You're a slave to the money. But they still saying, my watermelon, my niggas. And every day they keep pushing at you, keep poking at you. Then they want to cry reverse racism, which is it's hilarious in itself. There's only one really racist group on this planet, and it's white people. They developed it, they used it, and that's how they stay in control. So you can miss me with all the nicey play, because that's what they depend on. It's freeing to be able to look at these people and say what's on your mind. I was talking to my friend today, and I was like, I worked 25 years in corporate America, never got a promotion. 25 years, no matter what projects I worked on, what I did, whatever, no promotion. Wasn't because I wasn't good enough. It's because they could look at me and say, this nigga here has refused to be broken. He has refused to tap. We don't give a damn what he work on. He's a nigga in our eyes, and that's that. And it's the same with Obama sitting in that White House for 8 years and didn't get a damn thing done for black people. And Claude Anderson said he had a chance to sign some form of a type of reparation bill, and he did not do it, and he vetoed it. I went and saw Claude Anderson. That's what the man said. Boyce Watkins, all these people, all these people. And we were down on Tavis Smiley and Cornel West when they came out, even before anybody else was saying it. But with them, I was saying, well, give the brother the first 4 years, and then let's see what happens in the second 4 years. And if you go back and search the archives, you'll see when I was pissed off and I was hoping that he would do something to get impeached. Because the legacy of the presidency for black people didn't mean shit if you ain't get nothing done. I don't give a damn about your dignity. This country was not built based on the dignity of the people that built it. It was built on our indignity and built on their murderous schemes and plots. Destructional teachers, period. I think I'm going to put this number up and see if anybody want to come. Do I have my number today? I think I have my number today. It's always something, ain't it? If anybody wants to call in, 872-267-2552. We got about 6 minutes left in the show. 872-267-2552. I mean, we got to stop it, and we got to, I mean, the system is in full, it's a boulder rolling down the mountainside. And we're just in the path. Now, either we got to jump out the path and start going up a different side of the mountain, start building something ourselves. You ever notice there's no high-rises in black neighborhoods? Which means there's no corporations in black neighborhoods. And most of the businesses in black neighborhoods don't belong to black people. I want to give a shout-out to Alderman Greg Mitchell for stepping up in a place where my own alderman, where I sit at, which is only about 6 blocks down the street from me, has been dodging me for the last month. Every time I'm trying to get in, just have a 5-minute conversation with her. But I got to see Brother Greg Mitchell. Boom. I sent him an email a couple of days later. I got a response back. Same day, I got a meeting. The very next day, he promoted my business. Boom, boom, boom. I've been dealing with these people where I'm at, Chamber of Commerce and Alderman Leslie Harrison. Yes, I'm saying names. And they have been totally non-responsive. How are you non-responsive to a man that has reached in his pockets, took out his money to finance his dream of being a black entrepreneur? But you're upset because if you can't put your name on it, put your fingerprint on it, then it's not worthy of your office. And that's the problem, the gatekeepers. So they turn around today because Brother Mitchell is putting the stuff on there, and they see it on his page, and when he sends out stuff, everything's appearing. So then they come back today like, oh, we love to invite you to the Christmas party, and we want to promote your business. But they've been fully aware since August 25th that I've been sitting there, that I've been trying to work with them, been trying to do something. But these niggas, and that's what I'm calling these niggers, because that's the type of behavior that discourages a lot of our people from standing up and doing something and working together. So I still got to give you my information and everything. But now I'm fully aware, and that's why I told my wife. I said, I talked to Brother Greg. He said he's going to say something to them. And I said, let's see if that changes their approach to me. Because before then, they weren't even trying to be bothered with me. Now, how that sound? I pay you a $200 fee to join your organization, and I can't even get on. I've got a call coming in. Character. Hello?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello? Can you hear me? Oh. Okay, character call back. I think I got it on right. Maybe I didn't have it turned up loud enough. But all these things, sorry about that, people. All these things is what they consider working with people. So how are you working with me if it takes another alderman? I'm going to see if I can call out. Character, I'm going to call you.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening.
Okay, your voicemail is on. Okay. But it's a shame. And people would always tell me how hard it is to get things done.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Rich.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man. I just want to tell you, you own it tonight. I mean, you own it every night, but you hitting it tonight. You absolutely right, brother. You absolutely right, man. And I keep on speaking the truth, man. Keep it on.
I mean, it's been absolutely ridiculous, the stuff that we had to go through to try to have a business in our own community.
Absolutely. And we would think we would get the support from the people of color that's in position to help us without having to send us through the red tape, but it's not the case. And you know, it's I'm glad that you got the fortitude and the strength to just, you know, not only just stick it out, but demand that you're heard and demand some recognition, because although it's your own business, but you have a right to do that, and they have a right, and they have an obligation to respond to that. So we've talked. I've been there to shop, and the length of time it took them to give you credit in the paper for having that business. So well done, man. Well played. And like I said, man, we're gonna promote you and push it on our end so that it'll be a success and continue to be a successful business.
And I appreciate you guys and all the support I do get from the people. Like I told Brother Greg, I said I'm going to work with the people that's working with me, and I'm going to work around the people that's not. I say I shouldn't have to come all the way. I say your office is on 95th, 2200 East on 95th. My alderman's office is 6 blocks down the street. Why can't I get 5 minutes in with the alderman right down the street? Why can't I get a response from you people right across the street? And so
that's a shame.
So he said, well, I'm gonna put you under my umbrella, and that's when I told my wife. I said, well, he's gonna put me under his umbrella, and then he's got the mailing list and everything to help promote me. And I said, that's all I ever asked for, brother. I said, when we talked a few years ago, we talked about black businesses and supporting black businesses. If all I'm asking you to do is put me in your newsletter so the community knows about my business, that's nothing. It takes a few minutes to get that done. So like I say, these people now come and now they want to now we want to promote your business. Now we want to invite you to the Christmas party. Okay, we've been talking. I've been to 3 of your meetings. I done sat right there with you. I done talked to you. I done put my card in your hand. I've done work for you, and you still failed to promote me.
Unreal.
It's unbelievable.
They know it.
Right. So
and you right to call them out. You right to call their names out.
So I got to call y'all out at the chambers, and I haven't even reached back out to Michelle Harris yet, but she's another one on the list that I have to call out to, because I wrote a nice paragraph and introduced my business to all of them. But now y'all done signed this 3-year agreement with these Jews. Yeah, I'm going to be politically incorrect. These Jews to come in here and present these new ideas to the community. New ideas only mean they ideas. And I want everybody to be clear on that. That means they ideas, they want to promote what they want to put in here. Even had the nerve to tell my wife, one, everybody shouldn't be in business. Like, there's something wrong with me having a business.
What?
And two, we want to promote businesses that reflect the culture of this neighborhood. I'm like, what type of bullshit? What are y'all smoking over there? So a computer business can't exist in this neighborhood, and you're acting like I don't have the business sense. I said, this is not me just opening a business. I said, first of all, you got to understand, I've been doing this business for years at my home-based business and had tax returns to show it. And I've been working in corporate America for 25 years doing the same thing. Maybe you shouldn't be in your position.
Right.
I said, so I have a problem dealing with these type of people. And I told my wife, and it took her to go through it with me to see what I was talking about. She said, I told him, and he had a problem with working with certain authorities and things because he doesn't trust you all. And now you've proven him right.
And what was their response? I wonder.
Well, my wife said they sent her a letter today, and she felt really insulted because she said You were right. Why did it take you going to Greg to get some response from these people when you've been working with them, trying to work with them for months, and it only reaching out to him for 1 week? You got all this done, and you've been working with them for months and still can't get it done. That's.
Now here's the big question. Those people over there, Chamber of Commerce, are they people of color?
Yeah.
And that's why we always have these roadblocks, and they're set up by our own people.
Gatekeepers.
As if we not qualified. It's like, you guys can help me, but you're not. You're not.
It's clear they made the choice not to.
Help a black business, but you're not doing it. I don't know if it's because it's what they're saying to themselves, well, what's in it for us? Right. The fact that I'm a black business in the black community, it should be suffice. But apparently it's not.
Because my agenda is not their agenda. And it's clear what my agenda is, to keep this neighborhood black and thriving with black businesses. Your agenda is to sell out to the gatekeepers, continue to push on this Obama Center, and develop the land, terraform the land around in South Shore to make South Shore, this area, safe for those people that will be moving in. I don't give a damn about that library. I could continue to fish over there for the next 50 years. What do I care about a system that has done nothing for me?
Absolutely correct.
I'm waiting on people. Tell me what Obama did for black people. And I love the man. I've met the man before he became the president and after he became the president. We got to stop all this nonsense. I don't want symbolism. I want realism.
Wow.
And that's the bottom line. And I call everybody out, and one day maybe they'll see the show, and I say, well, tell me what you did do. Same thing, I worked with the South Shore Small Business Development Center in Inglewood for 6 months on this new Opportunity Fund program where I could get some money for the business. Now they get my business plan, my startup costs, my startup sheet, my forecast sheet, all this. They're saying you're the best business. I went to a couple of their seminars, and then they catch amnesia. I said, wait a minute, how am I, out of the 10 businesses you selected, I'm the only one that actually went out and got a store and was functioning. And then you guys come back like, sorry, you didn't get the funds. Well, who got the funds? It's a sickness out here, and I'm sick of it. And I'm not here to be contentious with black people. But if I come to you in earnest, you come to me in earnest, and I will work with every black person that's trying to start a business, because I've told everybody, I said, difference between me and y'all, everybody comes in here talking about a business. I say, go over there to the South Shore Chamber of Commerce. Here's their names. Here's their names. I'm sending people to try to promote. I said, we got to get off this slave ship. But, it is what it is, and we done did what we can do, and it ain't a matter of time. Like I told Brother Greg, I'm supposed to meet with Leslie Harrison on the 18th. I told her 10 times, all I need is 5 minutes. But when they lit that Christmas tree down there, she had her ass down there at the Christmas tree lighting, flipping the switch. And I told her then, I said, I've been trying to reach your office for weeks. And her assistant's like, why does your voice sound familiar? I said, because you've been talking to me every week. It doesn't make any sense that the alderman doesn't have 5 minutes for me. It doesn't. And we got to stop accepting that. So we're going to keep pushing. We added the print feature onto the store. I did my first print job the other day. It wasn't a massive print job, but it was a $20 print job, and I appreciate the brother that came in and did it. And he came in because I did a contract for him a few months ago, and he came back, and that's what we got to do, keep promoting and pushing, and eventually it'll all pan out. and it's gonna be all love.
Absolutely. Well, keep doing it, man. Keep grinding, and we'll keep doing what we can do on our end. And next time I get an opportunity, you know, I'm always pop up in there, man, and sit down and you know, chop it up with you, help promote it.
Well, I appreciate it. I know I told Brother Johnson I'm ready for my counter now. So once I put that in, that's my Christmas gift to myself. So
absolutely.
And we're gonna keep pushing, and it's already a shop. It ain't got to look like computer shops aren't fancy places. I tell people all the time. I want to put a little screen in there so you can watch TV while you wait, but other than that, it's already there. So when people talk about, well, if you take out a loan for what? I got everything I need right here. That's it. I don't need nothing. Well, you can get some fancy machines. Yeah, if I work these machines, I can still get some fancy machines.
Absolutely.
Black people, we got to learn to work with what we got, and then we'll get everything else later, because this system of debt and everything is enslavement in this country. And I can tell you, it took me a couple of years. I paid off all my credit cards. So all I got is this student loan, and that's a good feeling, and I sleep better. So on that note, I got a little Paul Mooney clip he's got about being free. And I'm going to end the show with that. And we're going to be back. Well, it's coming toward the end of the season. We actually going to start talking about what our format's going to be next year. And we're going to do some one-on-one calls with people and things like that, and just have some counterpoint type of stuff going on.
Yeah, that sounds great. So
I'll put up the listing, and then people get to choose when they want to call in and discuss whatever topic we're doing. So for the No PC show and everybody else, we're going to say love, peace, and soul. And we're going to put on this clip. And like we always say, we out of here.
I'm free. I went to those white schools. I'm like white folks. I'm free. I'm allowed to do anything. I'm like a crazy white person. I may get on the subway and tell every nigga in there to get up and give me a seat. I may go into a bank and stand in line and tell all the niggas to get out the way. Say, you know you ain't got no money. Let a white man take some money. I'm teasing. But it's a freedom. It's freedom of speech. I have no fear. I don't want white approval. Mm-hmm. I don't really even want black approval. I just want to speak the truth. The truth stands for itself. It's not me. I could be a ghost up there saying what I say. If you want to make white folks mad in the room, talk about you want some money for your ancestors being in slavery. Tear that room up.
Step out of the car. No, you don't have the right. Step out of the car. I have the right to do that. I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove you. I refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Now if your woman ain't no revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. She'll be grooming you on how to behave, teaching you how to coon and buck dance so that you can be safe. If that brother ain't no rider, soldier, no provider, molder of young minds, check it out, you got yourself a bitch. Think about the time that you invested in him. If he's wearing them skinny jeans, you a lesbian. For every 100 black women who ain't locked up, it's only 83 black men remain. Take away 1.5 million black men who might have benefited their women and their children. You don't know a war when it's waged against you, when it makes you drive your baby mama to the clinic just to kill your own. Ain't no legacy to leave behind, cause ain't nobody sitting on your throne. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Sandra Bland was a rider. She wouldn't have committed suicide, and you a motherfucking liar. It would not be wise to stop when you hear sirens and you see the police behind you, but you don't wanna die. They gon' shoot you if you run. They gon' say that you was going for the police gun. That's why they shot you like 120 living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone. Living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga.